A French boat just came into the anchorage, and for some reason the Coast Guard is here and they called them out from the beach. Always something to watch at an anchorage. Looks like they're visiting a good few of the boats. I could get a visit myself, but all my paperwork's in order and everything is good, so it'd be nice to say hello to somebody. All's well that ends well. The boats were just made move. I presume they were in a protected area or something. Hey everybody, welcome back. What a great day. I'm in the anchorage here in Rio de Vigo, just at the entrance of Rio de Vigo. Well, last night, tomorrow I sail around. We're protected here from the northerlies. I'll show you in a minute the anchorage. The wind is to go south on Sunday and quite strong, so I'm going to go up to the next Rio Pontevedra, I think, and I'm going to anchor off a beach called Biu, I think. I'm terrible at pronunciation, sorry. But I had a beautiful day swimming on the beach and getting all the boat jobs ready for the morning. It's always so exciting when I'm going to go sailing. So it's just evening time now, and there's a couple of boats have come into the anchorage. It's such a lovely swim. What a beautiful beach. I'll show you now. Give you a look around. I'm wearing this because I sweat and it runs in my eyes. In case you're wondering what I'm up to. Isn't that beautiful? A lot of yachts in. The beach. Oh, it's magnificent. As I said in my blog, it's one of the nicest anchorages, and I've been in a lot over the years, delivering boats and sailing boats for people, sailing my own boats. It's hard to equal this. And what's here tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 yachts. I mean, you could fit 40 in here. Goodbye to the lovely anchorage. It was fantastic. I loved it. What a beautiful place. Imagine living there. So a nice wind, 9 or 10 knots. Easy sail, and it's not upwind, which is lovely. Look at that for a house. Good God, you could live there for the rest of your life. Yacht anchored outside, everything. Leech line fixed now, thank God. And all is good. Perfect conditions. Beautiful surroundings. But I was going to sail the whole way into the anchorage. I started the engine because there's all these, I presume they're fishing platforms. So I gotta go right in around them and up in front of the beach, I presume. Soon find out. Someone will tell me if I'm wrong. Beautiful anchorage. I'll be well protected when the wind goes south tomorrow. A couple of other yachts here. Colour of the water. It's beautiful. I can see the anchor and the anchor chain. Don't think it's a naked beach though. Moon is up. I've just been to the supermarket for my groceries. This place reminds me of Kilkee in Ireland, wouldn't it? So I got all my grub. Back out to the anchorage. Which is lovely. And it's a kind of a nasty looking sky up there. There was flashes of lightning a minute ago. Unpacking all the food. Woohoo! Coca-Cola! So I'm just back from the supermarket and I got a week's groceries for Biscay. So that's good. All sorts of bread and yogurts and Coke, lots of snacks, milk, all the usual. Stocked up now for the week to sail back across Biscay. Just waiting on the weather. It's looking like Tuesday, so that's good. So oh god, it was warm today. 30 degrees today in the shade. So here's my forecast this morning. The grey is that heavy wind I was worried about. So it's passing north of where I am in northwest Spain. See, I was worried it would come in and hit me. So I think it's a good day to jump on the back of that and get these lovely strong 30-35 knot winds and fly back to Ireland. That's the plan. That's my route that I put out to the outside of the TSS, the traffic separation zone. Some people call it zone, some people call it scheme. It's on the chart as anyway. It is the correct term is traffic separation scheme. So that's the outside of it. That's there. So I have 14 hours out there. So I should get out there by midnight or early tomorrow morning. So I think I'll go for it. Be ashamed to waste that good wind. So goodbye BU. Misty morning. Good bit of wind forecast, 4-6. I have one reef in the main. See how I get on. I can always let it out or take another one. Next stop, Ireland. Very good. I'm going to catch the tail end of that weather system and I should get a good ride home actually. Oh man, good to be back out at sea. I just put another reef in the main and I put out the staysail and a tiny bit of the Yankee, and we're doing 7 knots in the right direction, which is fantastic. So it's gusting 25, we're going to have 30 later, so it's no harm to have a reef in the main now, and we're still making great speed and it's more comfortable. Flying along, 30 knots of wind, fully reefed main, full staysail, just a small bit of Yankee, and we're doing 8 knots, touching 9 at times. So anyone that wished me fair winds and following seas, I have them. Heading for the TSS off Cabo Finisterre and hope to get through that by night. Absolutely beautiful conditions. Woo. Flying along, 8-9 knots, following seas, 30 knots of wind, fully reefed mainsail, full staysail and a reefed Yankee. That's all we need, flying along. She won't go much faster than this. So incredible. I took a chance to leave on the back of the depression, but it'll pay off because the depression has already gone north. The barometer is rising, which is a great sign. It was pretty low, which means the weather system has gone north. So next stop, Ireland. Wind is down slightly, still doing 7, averaging about 7. We're doing 8 there now, 8.9, 9, but probably averaging 7. To the TSS of Cabo Finisterre, making 7, 8 and touching 9 knots, coming down off waves. There's about a 3 metre swell and it's lovely. About 30 knots of wind and all is good on board. Happy to be back out. And the waiting paid off. I was better off to not be in the middle of that storm that's ahead of me, and jumping on behind it was a fantastic idea. Always a gamble in case it would, but it's not going to recurve, it's not going to come back. It's probably halfway up Biscay by now and I'm on the back of it. That's why I have 30 knots of wind. But making 7 and 8 knots, probably averaging 7.5, 8 is super. Instead of beating up along the coast like I was, which I did fine, but it's so much slower. This is a fast route. I'm going to have, as soon as I cross the TSS on the far side of it, hopefully by about 11 o'clock tonight at this speed, and hopefully the shipping won't be too busy. So once I get across that, then I'll make a course in a more northerly direction. Heading for Ireland. I'll probably run up at the outside of 11, the western side of 11, and play it by ear, see what happens. But I think I'm better off being west because the wind is to go west, and it means I'd have a fair wind then back to Ireland. Anyway, it's early days. I'm only 5 or 6 hours out on day 1, so we'll see what happens. But it's so good to be back out, so good to feel wax wing. Like, this is what she loves, broad reach, beam reach. She just takes off. I could be getting more speed, but there's no point. Doing 7 and 8 knots is perfect for me. I'm not racing, I'm not trying to break the boat or push it too hard. So all good. Time for dinner. I'm going to cook something now and probably get a nap before the busy shipping lanes in the TSS. Not bad. Actually, now that I'm here, you see this little guy. My friend Siobhan Lowe gave me that for good luck. It's like an angel, and when the sun shines on it, it puts all the colours through the boat, little rainbows. You might have seen it on my face sometimes in the videos. So thank you for that, Siobhan. Lovely friend. And the sun came out. The gods are smiling on us today. Sea state is up. Nice swell, 3 meters. Flying along. All good on board. Conditions 4-6, this 8 might go to 7. 3 reefs in the main, staysail and a furl of the Yankee, probably 3/4 of the Yankee, and we're doing 8 and 9 knots. Whoa, that was a big one. Always music on. So, and the other thing is you can't turn it off. But AIS is very important for me anyway. I sailed long before it was out, but it's definitely a big plus having it, just for peace of mind. I mean, visibility is not bad today, but I can't see that ship 2.5 miles away. So anyway, all good. We're getting a few waves up on deck, but not a whole lot yet. Clean the decks anyway. I love it. Nicer day today. Wind is down a bit. Still a nice swell, but it's a lovely big long Atlantic swell. A few of them are cresting. Here's a nice one now. Woohoo! Not easy to make a 41-foot boat surf, but here's but we're actually surfing down some of the big ones. I had a max speed of 10.8 knots yesterday coming down off a big wave. It's lovely. Feel it? Now I'm getting in before I get wet. Always seems nicer when the sun is out. Yesterday was quite overcast, but that's lovely. So good morning, day 2 on my solo sail back home to Ireland. I had a good night. Yesterday was just incredible. The boat speed yesterday was just fantastic. Fair winds and following seas as people had wished me I got. And we were making averaging 8 knots, probably 7, 8 and 9 all day. I even saw it reach 10.8 at one stage, surfing down a big swell. The wind dropped during the night, and I had to let out all the reefs and go full sail again. I have a reef back in the main now and a full Yankee and a full staysail, and we have like 18 or 20 knots of wind, so we're flying along again. 6.57, down a little bit from yesterday, but it's more comfortable. You can probably see the state of the place after yesterday. It's not too bad, but I give it a tidy now. I tried both beds again last night. I'm always swapping beds, that's nothing new. You're just best to get the most comfortable one. So here's our course and speed this morning. I've set a course which will bring me out west, because the wind, I think next week, or in a few days I should say, will go west. So if I'm out here, it's easy sail back to Ireland. I don't want to be beaten up into it if I'm pushed into Biscay too far. So it's Tuesday, 17th of May. I just had my lunch. It's 1:10 Irish time. And I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I was busy with sail changes and shaking out reefs. And, anyway, I have to be careful not to get too tired. I'm always saying that, but I feel tired now, so I'm going to bed for an hour or two. And I like that too. And I've trimmed everything. Everything is going well. She's very happy in this groove she's in. Aries is working away beautifully. And talk to you later. Beautiful evening. Wind has dropped off, it's about 14 knots on the quarter, which is lovely. I'm sitting up on deck, well, to watch the sunset, and it's just nice to get outside. I spend too much time inside. I'm also, whoops, I'm going to put on a preventer as well. I'm also watching a ship that's quite close, a small CPA. So I might have to jibe and run behind him. I love lighting the candle and the lamp in the evening. It just gives a lovely homely, oops, sit down, lovely homely feel to the boat. It's just dusk. And it gives a bit of heat as well. It heats it up about 2 degrees, which is a lot. Simple pleasures in life, huh? So it's been a good few days. Delighted to be underway, heading for Ireland. I have about 400 nautical miles to go, and oh, it's lumpy today. So thanks for following and coming along on the journey. I'm looking forward to getting home and seeing my family, my friends, my kids, my grandkids, everybody. My life tracker's up and running on my website, as are all my details of my solo non-stop circumnavigation, which begins in August of this year. So wishing everyone a great and safe weekend. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and push the bell, which will notify you of upcoming videos. And I'll talk to you soon. Some fantastic footage coming up for next week. All right, Waxwing out.